All right, guys, I'm going to get this started. Welcome everyone to today's training, which is going to cover site closures and attendance reports for ChildWare 2.0. My name is Tyler Washington. I see some familiar faces and names within the group today, so I just want to say hi to everybody. Um, if you guys ever run into an issue in the future, you could always reach out to us by emailing the help desk at phmc.org, or you can click the bug icon within ChildWare to send in a ticket. We're going to try to get you guys back onto your day. So this should take not too long. We only have a couple of slides in here to review site closures and attendance, especially with the weather that we've had recently. I just wanted to go over a few things with everybody to make sure that the attendance reports during this invoicing period, especially, are going smoothly. So let's start today's training. So here's today's agenda. Part one, we're going to go over entering site closures into your system for your attendance, and then we'll go over the attendance process, and as always, how to report a problem in ChildWare. So we're going to start with site closures. ChildWare allows you to manage both scheduled and emergency site closures. You guys should remember this from the new user trainings if you have taken this recently. You can find the site closing dates tab in two ways. So the first option is going to be to go to maintenance in the navigation menu. So when you log in, you click the PHMC logo next to the words ChildWare. It will open up your navigation menu. You will go down to maintenance and that will have a sub menu, which will say Site Calendar Management, and you'll click on that. Or the second option to reach the Site Calendar Management for Site Closing Dates tab would be to go to Site in the navigation menu. You're going to select Site Calendar Management in the top of the screen, and then you will find the Site Closing Dates tab that way. Once you're in the Site Calendar Management and you've selected your site, pre-entered closures should appear. And from here, you could easily edit, view, or delete entries as needed. When listing the type of closure, you could select scheduled or emergency. So scheduled would be for holiday breaks and known upcoming closures, like a spring break. And then emergency closures could be used for if there's issue at the site, like there's no power or snow days. Let's see here. Schedule closures should be put in every year, and those dates should only be edited if the change is going to be for that current year. So your holiday break from last year shouldn't be edited to be the dates for this year, just in case we need to go in and pull some reports from the past. We don't want your attendance to get wonky and change because of editing those dates. So every year at the beginning of the school year, you should come in, put in any known scheduled closings here. You would enter the closing begin date, closing end date, the type, which would be scheduled or emergency, and then a description. So for emergency, you might put no electricity, and then for scheduled, you could put spring break. I wanted to note emergency closures. In the event of like a citywide emergency closure, like a major snowstorm, like happened on Monday and Tuesday, and the city called an emergency, those days will still count towards the minimum recorded 180 attendance days for the year. So it's really important to keep your site closures up to date. It's valuable to and helps accurately report your calendar days for hitting that 180-day minimum. And then approved remote days also count towards that minimum 180 days. If you have questions about remote days and what's approved, what's not, and the emergency closure dates and what's counting towards those 180 days, you can always reach out to the PHL Pre-K team for more answers regarding that. But I just wanted you to guys to be aware of that. I know there's probably a lot of confusion with last week and everything that's been going on. So we wanted to make sure that we had a time to talk to you guys about these things. So that was site closures. Now we're going to look at your weekly attendance and monthly attendance reports. So this section will cover site closure. Sorry, not site closures. We already did that. Recording weekly attendance and exporting your monthly attendance report. We're going to start with recording the weekly attendance. To record weekly attendance, we're going to go to the scheduling and attendance tab in the navigation menu. When you get here, you should be able to select your site, select your classroom, and the attendance won't appear here until you enter a date for that week as well. Once you've entered your site, your classroom, and the date, your student should appear, and you should be able to review each child's attendance for the week, marking them as present, excused absence, or absent, P, E, or A, accordingly. And then you have to click Save and then Approve. When you click Save, that allows you to navigate throughout anywhere else in the system, and any changes to the present, excused absence, or absent will be saved here, and you can come back at the end of the week to hit Approve, which locks in the information and allows you to generate that export at the end of the month. So on the off chance that you have perfect attendance for that week, you still should go in. You should still click every single day as P, make sure you hit save, and make sure you hit approve. Again, in that case of a perfect attendance for the week, if you just hit save and then hit approve, the system will take that as no attendance actually being entered because no change had been made or clicked on the student's individual days. So even if they're there, you should be hitting P, E, or A just to make sure that it goes through at the end of the month and then there are no issues. Once you hit approve at the end of the week, you will see this confirmation question coming up, just asking you or confirming that the information is entered accurately to the best of your knowledge, and you'll click yes. If something happens and you need to go back and edit the attendance for the week that you just approved, that's okay. There will now be a unapproved button that you can click. You will be able to go in, make any necessary changes, and then you would click save and click approve again, and you would see this message. We want to make sure that we are entering the attendance daily and saving and then approving weekly. This just helps with the process. Make sure that you're getting accurate reporting for all of your days that you need to get inputted in for the year. And it's really the best way of making sure everything looks good and that when it comes time for invoicing, nothing has to be updated or changed, and we're not running into any last minute adjustments. Now we're going to take a look at exporting monthly attendance reports. To export your monthly attendance report for invoicing, you're going to click on the export button while you're in the attendance tab. You'll go down and click attendance report and choose monthly. From here, you want to select a day from the month that you're invoicing for. So in this example, we're invoicing for September. We've chosen September 8th. It won't just show the attendance for that day or for that week, but the entire month. Then you'll check the box for the classroom attendance you want to export, and you'll click Show. At this point, you'll download, save, and email the report to PHL Pre-K for invoicing. If the report looks incorrect, like you have duplicates of children, or it's an overly long list, like for this example, it's only supposed to be 1 page. If you export it and now you have 20 pages, something's going on with that report. Or if it just shows up blank, what we always like to do from here is go back to the attendance, make sure that every week for that month has been approved. Sometimes there's a Monday that's straggling in the next week, that's the last day of the month. Make sure that week's approved as well. Come back and generate that report. If it's still looking incorrect, make sure that you send a screenshot or a copy of that report to the service desk, the help desk at helpdesk@phmc.org, or by clicking the bug icon so that we can take a look at what's happening. Sometimes we're able to see what child is causing a potential issue and resolve the issue as quick as possible for you guys. And then once you have an accurate report, you're going to send it to PHL Pre-K for invoicing. As I said, this was going to be a very quick training. I just wanted to go over some of the snow day closures with you guys and make sure that we are all good to go. Since we are in this invoicing period, I wanted to thank you guys for taking the time, even though it was a brief amount of time, to jump into this training today. In the future, if you need to reach us, you can always hit the bug icon or email us at helpdesk@phmc.org.